What's up, what's up, what's up? It's Twalkdahulk back here again with another video, doing another Q&A for y'all. Today we got, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 questions I'm gonna answer for y'all, all different type of topics. So hopefully this video will help y'all out. Let me get right into it so we ain't wasting no time, alright? First question, can you make gains only using dumbbells? Yes, you can make gains only using dumbbells. Dumbbells are really effective for muscle mass, especially for isolating the muscle, and especially for adding in the detail. So it does all three things. So if you're using dumbbells, you want to add mass and size, then you want to make sure you have heavy enough dumbbells to push yourself, and you're in the right rep range. So you want to have that, but definitely for adding the detail, the cuts, the peak of the bicep, rounding out the shoulders with lateral raises, things like that, adding the split in the chest. Dumbbells are really effective for making gains, newbie gains, long-term gains, whatever type of gains you're looking for. If you've hit a plateau, you can use dumbbells. Dumbbells are effective, all right? That's a simple answer, all right? Next thing, I want to get into weight training, but every time I look stuff up, I get overwhelmed and not sure what to believe. Any pages or sites you know that are trustworthy? Well, look no further, partner. It's like, Twalkdahulk. It's like, nah. If you're looking for, somebody to follow, a page to follow on Instagram or YouTube channel, make sure you're following people who know what they're talking about. So I feel I know what I'm talking about. A lot of stuff I speak on, I don't speak on stuff unless I've experienced it firsthand. If I've had clients that I've dealt with in that scenario, if I've dealt with it myself, y'all know I've been overweight and cut down. I've been super skinny and struggled to gain muscle mass. I've been there. I deal with clients all day, every day, doing fitness assessments, 6, 7 a day sometimes. Talking to a bunch of people. I've worked in multiple gyms as a personal trainer, as a director of training. I have a bunch of certifications, National Council of Strength and Fitness, ACE, Weight Management Specialist, Smart Fitness, CPR, and all that, all right? So make sure you're talking to people that are credentialed, not only from just paperwork, because it's easy to get cert sometimes, but people that have actually dealt with people in person, online training, and all that, all right? So watch who you're watching. That is a good question, because a lot of this stuff on here is some bullshit, all right? So hopefully that answers that question for you. Find people like me, pretty much, all right? For someone, this is question 3. For someone who doesn't train at a gym, is it possible to get the same results with resistance bands as free weights? All right, so this is a little different than the first question. With resistance bands, I have a lot of videos on my channel doing full body resistance band routines. So yes, you could add a lot of definition. You could really tone up, build some solid lean muscle. As far as building that really thick, dense muscle mass, it's going to be almost impossible. But if you've already built a solid base of mass and now you want to transition just to resistance bands, once you're to that point, yes, you can use the resistance bands to maintain, to add in more detail, to help get your body fat down and everything. So they're effective, but everything has its own place. I'm assuming, someone who doesn't train in the gym, so I'm assuming, you're new to fitness if you haven't got a gym membership yet, or I'm not sure what your reason is, but resistance bands is a good start. So right now, you can get it in, get some resistance bands, make sure there's enough resistance though, so I have a bunch of different options and colorways, so you're really pushing yourself. Because a lot of people use resistance bands and doing like sets of 30 and 40, that's not nearly enough to put on any type of gains, all right? So hopefully that answers that question for you. There's 3 questions. Question 4, this is a long one it looks like. All right, I've lost 30 pounds from 167 to 137. Good job on that. But now I feel I've hit a plateau. Most people do. I want to build my upper body, but I still have fat on my midsection. Should I continue cutting or increase the intensity of my workouts while eating clean? All right, let's kind of break that down piece by piece. So you hit a plateau, you want to build your upper body, but you still have fat on your midsection. Should I continue cutting? Okay, so yeah, you lost 30 pounds, but you still have fat on your midsection. So I'm assuming you're losing the weight because you want to get rid of the fat on your midsection. So let's take it from there. What that means is you got to continue cutting. And also, one thing I want all y'all to know, You could lose 30 pounds and barely lose any body fat. So this is very vague because I don't know how we've lost that weight. But if we're hopping on the treadmill, I've said this before, 5-7 days a week, 2 hours a day, we're gonna burn a bunch of calories, we're gonna lose weight, we're not tightening and toning. A lot of people have more flabby skin, more loose skin because we didn't go about it the right way. So make sure you're focusing mainly on resistance training. That's gonna help get that body fat down versus doing cardio. That's gonna make the scale drop and make you feel good. When you look in the mirror, again, you're still gonna see that belly that you don't want. So continue cutting. Yes, keep the intensity of your workouts up and continue to eat clean. So all of that, but just make sure, the biggest thing of this is making sure we're training the right way, which I'm not sure if you are, because we need to be dropping body fat and not just that 30 pounds, all right? But good job on losing the 30 pounds, that's a good start. All right, next question. What do you think about going to the gym? What is that? What? Okay, it's written weird. What do you think about going to the gym alone with no partner? I think that's awesome. That means you're motivated yourself. For me personally, I've always worked out by myself. If you see me in videos with my boys and stuff, that's the only time I work out with people. Otherwise, for what, 8 years of training now, I've rarely ever trained with training partners. I do my own thing. So, I mean, that's good you're motivated to go by yourself, just like me. As far as digging deeper into that question, what do I think about it? Just make sure you're being safe. All right, so if you need to go heavy, let's say you're doing chest day, you want to really get heavy on bench, but you don't have a spotter or you don't know anybody at the gym and scared to ask somebody, use the Smith machine. That way, if it gets stuck here, you can just twist it and rack it right where it's at. Versus if you're on a barbell, it's going to be stuck on your chest and you're going to look stupid. So make sure you're being smart about it, using weights that you can handle. As far as increasing your strength, again, I'm not sure what your goal is, but if you're really trying to increase your strength, it is going to be a little harder without a training partner. But again, for stuff like that, use dumbbells. That way, if it's too heavy, you can just drop it. Smith machine, you can use machines, things like that. Just be careful and watch yourself. But yeah, it's just as effective. It's all about your mentality and can you push yourself hard enough without having that external force. For me, I can. For you, if it's the same, then that's perfect. All right. Next question, last two. Whenever I do strength training, I get really sore for 4 to 5 days after. That's a long time. Is there anything I can do to help with this? All right. So with you saying that, I'm going to assume you're a beginner and you haven't been working out for a long time. Because if you've been working out a long time, your body shouldn't necessarily be sore 5 days later. I'm not saying it can't happen. I've had it happen before from like training legs, crazy intense or something like that. But it shouldn't be every single time. So what this means is you're new. So that's to be expected. Anytime I bring on new clients or anything like that, they tell me the same stuff. This can last about a month, 2 months. After that, your body will start getting used to it. Because when you're new to it, you're using muscles you didn't even know you had and you probably never used before in the way you're using them. And you're doing a bunch of different exercises your body's never done before. So that's okay. Now, let's say we've been doing this a long time and it's still the same. For that, a few options just to get rid of the sore. You said, is there anything I can do to help with this? You can take Epsom salt baths. That helps relax the muscles post-workout. Make sure you're getting like a protein shake in after your workout. That helps the muscles recover and the body recover. So that could be something we're missing. Other than that, there's not really much you can do. Oh, last thing, you can stretch. So make sure you're stretching really good after your workout. So let's say you train legs really intense. As soon as you're finished your workout, before you even leave the gym, get a good stretch. And even at night before you go into bed, make sure you stretch those quads, hamstrings, calves, all that out. That'll really help with it. So that's 3 tips for you to help you not be sore the next day. All right, very last question. To build a physique and strength at the same time, so physique, strength at the same time, do you think it is okay to do just 5 sets of 3 of only a few compound movements and 0 cardio and 0 isolation? All right, we're gonna have to break this one down. So we wanna build a physique. So if we wanna build a physique, that means we gotta have a good amount of volume. We gotta use isolation movements to add in the detail, make the muscles pop. So doing 0 cardio and 0 isolation, you can't do that. If you want a physique, I don't know if you're a physique competitor, whatever the case may be, but if you follow physique competitors, what do before they're getting ready for competition? They add in some cardio, 15 to 30 minutes after the resistance training. So you don't want it to be the base, but definitely don't want to just get rid of it. Isolation exercises are how you're going to add in the detail, get the tricep popping, the bicep peak, get the striations. So we want to make sure we're using isolation movements. Compound movements are going to be really good for thickness and mass, but for you, if you're mentioning physique, then we definitely want to make sure we're going about this the right way. And as far as strength goes, you can use those compound movements. So let's say you start your workout. You can start with the compound movement. Let's say you do 6 exercises total. You can do 2, maybe even 3. Those first 3 exercises, compound movements. Finish off with 3 isolations to really bring out the detail because we want to build that physique. So definitely don't skip out on the cardio. Don't skip out on isolation. You can still build that strength, but make sure we're not skipping isolation to bring that physique out for whatever your goal may be. All right, it's kind of vague. But I'm assuming you really want to look nice in your pictures with your shirt off or maybe doing a competition. But yeah, I answered that the best I could. That's 7 questions for y'all, a bunch of different topics. Hopefully this video was beneficial. I'm trying to knock out these Q&As, really help y'all out. So make sure y'all subscribe, click the bell, like, comment questions, use hashtag twalktalks. That's how really the comment will stand out. So I know to answer yours, same thing on my Instagram, or even DM me at twalkdahulkgear. That's where you can get all the apparel, a bunch of different designs, colorways for men, women, hats, everything. But yeah, check me out. Hopefully this video is helpful. As always, do what you gotta do. Do what you gotta do, because it's that simple. Twalkdahulk.